Good day everyone, welcome to our virtual class in Music 8 in second quarter lesson 3 with the topic of Music of East Asia, Korean music. The objectives of this lesson is to recognize the different musical instruments of Korea, appreciate the importance of Korean musical instruments by comparing them to the Philippine ethnic instruments, and write the names of the different instruments of Korea. And for your pretest, please refer to your digitized worksheet. Now let's do the recap to test your previous knowledge. Direction. Identify the instruments of Japan by arranging the given jumbled letters. Number 1. The answer is Yunlu. Number 2. The answer is Yukin. Number 3. The answer is Sheng. Number 4. The answer is Irlu. Number 5. The answer is Penglin. For those who got highest scores, good job. For those who get average, there is always a room for improvement. Let's proceed with our lesson, which is the Korean music. We know that Korea is one of the leading countries in Asian novellas that we followed and admire in television. There are some cultures and music and even their languages we've adapted. We saw different instruments, especially their epic series like Jumong, Jewel in the Palace, The Last Princess, and others. Korea's folk music tradition, with its generous use of bright rhythms and melodies, offers a more energetic and capricious contrast to the nation's collection of classical music works. Folk music represents the soul and sound of traditional Korean villages, with an eclectic array of music forms, including numerous folk songs, various forms of instrumental pieces, pansori, and shaman ritual music. They have two major divisions of traditional Korean music. One is Chongak. Chongak means literally right or correct music, and its tradition includes both instrumental and vocal music, which were cultivated mainly by the upper class literati of the Chuseon society. It also refers to ensemble music for men of high social status outside of the court. In this category, three important terms are aak, tang-ak, and yang-ak, which means elegant vocal and instrumental music. The second one is sogak or minsogak. Is a category of Korean music traditionally associated with the lower classes or for the general public and are vibrant and energetic. It includes genres such as pansori and minyo. Pansori is a kind of music presented to audiences by skilled vocal singers and drummers, but even the unskilled could sing these songs. They sang when they worked in the rice paddy or fields, sang when they went off their lover, and sang when their life was troubled and weighing them down. Arirang is a Korean folk song, sometimes considered the unofficial national anthem of Korea. It is used as a symbol of Korean culture. Arirang is in essence a song of farewell. The origin of the word Arirang is the hill. With Korea's land being mountainous, there are also many foothills throughout the country. Most Koreans had partings on a number of such hills. An emotion of deep regrets is imbued in the rhythm of Arirang. The song evokes the feeling of the tears shed by Koreans and the remembrance of their sad stories. Here is the song of Arirang. At the left side of this slide, you can see the lyrics of Arirang in Korean and the English translation. While listening to this music, you can join or hum with the tune.
Arirang ko keru
Here are some examples of Korean musical instruments, and I hope you'll get familiar with it. Instrumental music of Korea. Korean music, especially in South Korea, has a rich vocal tradition and diverse instruments and music forms, such as folk songs, religious works, court music, and shaman rituals, all express the soul of nation whose history is filled with colorful and fascinating tales. Traditional Korean music represent a world of captivating rhythms and melodies whose sounds draw listeners in like a breath. Koreans sang songs when they could not hold their sadness in. Traditional Korean instruments be broadly divided into three groups. So they have string, percussion, and wind. Here are the string instruments. One is kayagum or gayagum. Gayagum is a traditional Korean zither-like string instrument with 12 strings, although more recently variants have been constructed with 21 or more numbers of strings. It is probably the best known traditional Korean musical instrument, and here is the sound. The second one is jumongo. A 6-string plucked zither is a traditional Korean string musical instrument of the zither family of instruments with both bridges and frets. Scholars believe that the name refers to Goguryeo and translates to Goguryeo zither, or that it refers to the color and translates to black crane zither. And here is the sound. The third one is hegum. Hegum is a 2-string vertical fiddle. It has a rod-like neck, a hollow wooden sound box, 2 silk strings, and it is held vertically on the knee of the performer and played with a bow. For the wind instrument, it's only piri. Piri used in both the folk and classical court music of Korea. It is made of bamboo. Its large reed and cylindrical bore gives it a sound mellower than many of other types of oboe. For percussion instrument, here is the example. One is chango. It is the most widely used drum in the traditional music of Korea. It is available in most kinds and consists of an hourglass-shaped body with heads made of animal skin. The two heads produce sounds of different pitch and timbre, which when played together are believed to represent the harmony of man and woman. And for our activity, please answer this. Direction. Name the following instruments. I'll give you 10 seconds to answer. And the answer is number 1, piri. Number 2, jumongo. Number 3, chango. Number 4, irhu. And number 5, kayagum. For the wrap-up, Korea is not only known for its K-dramas with all the actors and actresses, as well as the singers and performers. The country is also known for their culture and traditions equipped with the different musical instruments that had originated from them. These musical instruments are also put to use in the present time. For your activity, with this you are going to have a multiple choice activity involving the musical instruments of Korea. Choose the letter of the best answer for every number. 1. What is a traditional Korean zither-like string instruments with 12 strings? A. Jumongo. B. Piri. C. Kayagam. And the answer is C. Kayagam. Number 2. Which of the following is the wind instrument that used in both the folk and classical court music of Korea? A. Hegum. B. Piri. C. Chango. And the answer is B. Piri. Number 3. What is the name of instrument that has a rod-like neck, a hollow wooden soundbox with two silk strings? A. Hegum. B. Jumongo. C. Piri. And the answer is A. Hegum. Number 4. Which of the following instruments with a description of six-string plucker, zither, and known as one of the traditional Korean string musical instrument of the zither family? A. Kayagum. B. Hegum. C. Jumongo. And the answer is C. Jumongo. Number 5. What is the most widely used drum in the traditional music of Korea? A. Chango. B. Kayagum. C. Hegum. And the answer is A. Chango. For valuing, each country has a rich repertoire of culture, traditions, values, religions, and even musical forms and entities that live endlessly, influencing the world of today. Thus, Korean musical instruments, like the other sets of musical instruments from different Asian countries, are being studied in the curriculum of another co-Asian country, the Philippines. Knowing each of them from the lesson, choose one Korean instrument that has manifested proximal similarity to any Philippine ethnic instrument. State on what aspect they are similar and tell where they could be played. Here's the pattern below. And for your post-test, please refer to your digitized worksheet. Thank you and God bless.